Hello, this is Iron Bill back again with another video. Sorry that I've not put a lot out this week, but man, I've been busy and a lot busier than I thought I would be. I even filmed a bunch last weekend to get ahead of it. Didn't do me any good. I just have not had the time or energy to do it. So I'm going to show you an Iron Banner match that I did about a week ago. And I don't think I've played any of this yet, so forgive me if I have, but what I want to focus on here is playing with a purpose of some kind. Now, this is one of the maps that I really struggle with because there's so much clutter and I'm so old that it's hard for me to see clearly, although I've got great monitors here for this. You know, I've got good refresh rate. I mean, this is a 144 hertz, 1 millisecond monitor here. I mean, I believe it's 27 is what I'm playing with, so 1080p. I mean, it's good, but there's so much clutter on this map that I really lose people, and they'll wind up getting the first shot on me before I realize they've done it. And yeah, now that guy somehow did not kill me. That was just a miracle. Now what I'm trying to do here is control this area because players will almost always come for C. We've got players aggressively going for B. I come down to help, but as soon as we secure it, then I will probably back right up and go back to cover C. Now this guy just about has me here, so I'm going to be careful with that. And yeah, I just lose him. Now, it's worth noting this match started, when it started, there were only 4 of us and 4 of them. And it would populate as the match went on. But that's what matchmaking was like. Connection-based matchmaking, man, it's not the end-all be-all, I can tell you that. I'm seeing a lot of people from way, way, way far away match with me too. Alright, so moving in here, gonna move up to support. Fire down this line, you take a couple of peeks, but you know the second you put that many people in a spot, you're leaving something open. So I run back, and yeah, I could get more kills if I stayed in that area because kills were funneling that way, but okay, we got somebody coming up behind here. I need to gauge my shot, need to aim that a little higher. By the way, we locked them down, so they're spawning behind us. And I just get into something here. I do get a kill and I trade, but the good thing about that one is we scored more points in that exchange than we lost. I lost a point, but we gained 2 or 3, you know, in the process. So that's a trade that was probably worth taking. Plus, I kept them back in that area long enough that my team collapsed on them. And I've got one more guy back here, and I'm going to get him. That came just after the zones opened again. And I feel a bit bad again because we're dogpiling on this team. Really, they're clearly outmatched, and I'm not sure if they had it their team fully populated by this point in time. I figured this shotgun guy was going to polish me off, and if there hadn't been others around, probably would have. But he was a one-trick pony, man. He was going to slide in and shotgun. That's really about all he was doing, and he may get good at that someday, but today, not so much. Okay, so I'm kind of in a bad spot here. Decide to go ahead and throw the super, pin this guy down, recover a second. He's disoriented. I've got cover. I could peek around. He didn't have much of a chance. So I'm going to try to line up a Vigilance wing shot here, but man, there are a ton of guys here. And once again, I'm kind of in a bad spot, and I'm going to back out of that. And they are all over me. It's time to boogie on out. Create a little space. This guy's going to peek through the hole there, I think, in just a second. Yep, there he is. Now, I don't get the full credit for it. And I know I didn't finish him, so I didn't deserve it, but yeah. Yeah, kept him out. Great Tech Werewolf. You don't see that very often. Then he followed up with an energy hand cannon. That's what it looked like he was trying to use on our teammate. Let's see. Okay, we got a grenade on us. Got to back off or die. But there's a nice little line right here that I can fire down. And you notice I'm not sticking in any one place for very long. when I play better, that's the way it is. I mean, I will move. Now watch this right here. Shut down that super. Now, I didn't do that all alone, and I don't want to make it sound like I single-handedly shut down that super. It was a team shot deal, but that's the way you handle it. I mean, you just keep backing up, and there's another super. Okay, so this guy is probably thinking I got him, but he didn't get him. He got my teammate, but that's all he got for it. And if you only get one person with a super, you know, you're kind of wasting your super, and it happens to me all the time. Like when I tossed my my super earlier and only got one guy off of it, but that saved my life. Is the only defense I'll have for that. And I saved the zone. Here comes my slide. See what I mean? He only has one move, and I just started backing up when he started moving in because I knew what he was going to do. Alright, so we need to get up here. And I'm going to step around a corner and submachine gun this guy, which was risky because he probably should have had a shotgun out and just polished me off, but I don't think he had one. So I got away with it. A fell winners would have ended me the second I came around the corner. Just see, I'm just a little slow on that. I'm going to pop around here and try to take a different angle. But in the end, it turns out it doesn't matter. And I just kind of got into the play and lost track of it. And, you know, I hate that. That other team, those poor guys. They did finally populate out, but, you know, Dragon King probably dropped in there at the very last second and got hammered by a couple of supers before, you know, he could even say boo. Now, my numbers there aren't terrific. I do have 16 kills, which is second in the lobby. My efficiency is kind of obscene, but I played conservatively, and that's one of the reasons why my kill count wasn't higher. But it wasn't necessary. You know, what was necessary was to control our zones and make sure that we held on to our flags. And our advantage kill, I mean, it's clear they only had 3 advantage kills and we had the rest. So we locked down 2 zones, and it wouldn't have mattered if our kill numbers had evened out, which they didn't, but if they had, it would have mattered because we had the advantage in the zones nearly the entire match. So it went pretty quick. Now, for as short as the match was, I mean, that's a lot of kills for me, but again, you chalk that up to the opposition, and it's I wish matchmaking was better. You know, I wish it was more consistently better. I'll put it that way. You know, you do get good matches here and there, but in Iron Banner Week especially, it's typically not. It's typically a blowout like this. I mean, we're talking 75 points there. That's not even close. And how many times did we triple cap them? So anyway, it is what it is. So with that, I will say that this week I'm doing a lot of PvE. I did nothing but PvP last week, but a little PvE this week because of the Festival of the Lost. I'm trying to finish the 3 triumphs dealing with the keys. I think I'm at 23 keys turned in right now, something like that, and you end at 45. But they did up the key drop rate, and I got a lot more keys tonight. I started with 4 and wound up with 10 in less than an hour, so that's not too bad. And if you don't know, go to the moon, do patrols, do patrols, do patrols. Very oftentimes you'll get 2 keys at once. So yeah. So I'll end it there. I hope you've enjoyed your time here. I'm sorry there has been a gap, but I promise I'll be making more videos over the next week. That's for sure. And I may even stream some. I don't know if and when I'll get into PvP this week. I may or may not. It just kind of depends on how the festival goes. But yeah, I will be playing and I will be filming. So I thank you for your time. And with that, this is Iron Bill, and I'm signing out.